Hello, everybody, and welcome to Late Night with Kettle Kitchen. Hello, Blue. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Doing good. Hello, everybody in chat. I want to thank everybody for coming in. We appreciate it. We got Joey, the mysterious Joey. We got Dark Lord Minute. We have 9 Acre Family Farm. I'm assuming that's Dale.
Yes.
We have
Big Valley
Big
Living.
Valley Living is in with us. Hello. Thanks for coming, guys. Hello, everybody. So, a couple of things going on, just so everybody knows. Well, wait. Let's go ahead and bring up our guest for the night.
Yes.
I don't want her to get cold down below in the basement, so. Hello,
I was eating
Ginger
Chex
and Joey.
Hello.
Homemade chip.
Now you can wait.
Thank you for coming in.
There he is.
There he is. There's Joey. Well, thank you for coming. So,
You're
basically, a couple
Thank you
changes
for
are
having
going to happen. No, thank you for coming. Always. Couple changes going to happen. Friday night, late night with Kettle Kitchen is going to be primarily interview specific topic discussions with a smaller group.
Okay.
I got a couple complaints that it was hard to overhear or hearing people over others. It was hard to get all the information, blah, 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 blah. So it's been a week and we're moving on. And that is one thing I think is probably going to help out. Second thing that goes with that is my Sunday is still going to remain the Sunday functioning chat. That is where we're going to move pantry discussions, the pantry challenge, things like that was my goal. I'm going to make one change to that. Once a month, and I will send out the calendar each month to those that would be involved. We will do the pantry update on Friday nights on late night because it's a longer time span. And I think that allows us the most time to do that in. Sometimes I think the hour may not be long enough, and that's what I'm worried about. So I think I'm going to do that. And then Tuesday nights, of course, will remain as game night with Kettle Kitchen as right now. And we're still in the middle of Remember the Music, and that's an interesting little thing going on. I am still looking now for 2 people to fill spots for Tuesday night. If there are any channels that would be interested in coming up, I would love to have you. Just email me and then we'll go from there.
Come on, people! You're gonna have so much fun. You're not even gonna realize how much. 2 hours or an hour and a half just flies by.
It does fly by. It does. Another thing, an event happened this week, and I wasn't going to talk about it, but I need to. Okay. Kettle Kitchen hit 4,000 watch hours.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
Nice. That is awesome.
As of tonight, just before we went about 7:30, I checked. I was at 1125 subscribers and 4,038 watch hours. And I have officially received my email. So
there you go.
That being said, I just want to give you some highlights.
Elite group.
I've been invited. Very valid point.
Yes.
Michelle and Joey said they're there for Tuesday. I wonder if I should throw them in.
Why not?
Michelle and who?
JJ.
JJ.
Yeah, Tony's gone.
Oh my.
Poke.
Oi,
wakey.
Wakey, shaky, bakey.
Wakey, dude. Oh my God.
Boom. Oh, sorry. Boom, boom.
Dude.
Boom,
He
boom,
gone.
boom. Daddy's
Hey,
gone.
Jonesy.
Blue, what are we gonna do? We're gonna
I don't
have
know what we're
fun,
gonna do.
fun till your daddy takes the T-bird away.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh no, Dad's
darn,
back.
he's coming back. Busted.
Uh-oh.
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 Okay, I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and there ain't no more to it, is there? I apologize,
No.
everybody. I do. So I don't even remember where I was. I just seen a big screen of death and a bunch of swirly circles. So,
well, Blue and I took
we were
over.
sitting here being really good.
well,
Yes,
thank
we
you.
were.
I'll go back and watch just to verify.
Ruh-roh. I
Yes,
forgot there was replay.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is that Michelle and JJ said that they're available for Tuesday, so I should throw them in there if they're interested.
Yeah.
Yes.
Send me an email if you guys are.
Yes.
Thank you, Joey. I'm glad we're in February still. That's wonderful to see. So
Joey.
I want to hit I want to hit a few highlights for the channel
Put your
over
stubby
this
fingers away.
over this last year. My official anniversary date when I started my channel is February 1st, but February 2nd was the first day I put a video out. Okay.
Right.
So I'm still over my year either way. 136 videos, 91 lives.
91.
91 lives. Yep.
Oh, I got so much catching up to do.
Yes, you do.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you say you were starting yours on this Saturday?
I don't know if it'll be this Saturday.
We will have to work on that then, won't we?
But Blue and I have a live every Thursday.
Yes, you do.
Yes, we
Anybody in
do.
chat, anybody that's in chat that wants Ginger to start on Saturday, put it in the comments so we can let her know how much we want her to start.
Oh, let's see who else in chat. Hi, everybody. Oh, look, Radio Jonesy popped in. Hey, Radio Jonesy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
More than 18 collaborations. And a lot of great friends. That's the other thing.
Wow.
I want everybody to know how much I appreciate them as friends, the channels I've gotten to know, the channels I've been able to help where I can help. And
Yes.
I wouldn't be where I'm at with those stats if it wasn't the people in the chat, because that is what makes a difference. So thank you to everybody.
Yes. Agreed.
Yes.
Over 18 collaborations, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Those.
Well, 19 if
I
you count
know.
the one I messed up today, and it won't go out now till next month, but that's
But
a
I
whole
already
nother
watched
conversation. You already
Yeah.
watched it, yes.
I already watched it.
Three people, you, Joey, and Janet from Where to Begin Homestead have watched it. I know that for sure.
And I told you, I'm not watching it again. No, I'm kidding.
That's
I'm
fine.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I really, I don't want to be sappy about it. And Gail's saying you're making me cry, Tony, but it really, I remember when I first started, I said, if I get 25, I will count myself lucky. If I get 50, I will be lucky. If I get 100, I'm never going to see 1,000. I never in a million years expected to ever see 1,000, in all honesty. And you guys have just made this possible. You guys really have. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Where's my tissue?
Anyways, moving right along. So in evaluating that, here's what I'm going to do. I had already put out that I was going to have a anniversary date live giveaway on the 5th of February. I'm actually going to move that. I'm going to move that to February 24th, which is a Friday night, and that'll be a Friday night late night.
and I will do a live giveaway, and I am going to invite some of my friends to come back and join me, and let's just have a good time. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All
It'll be
right.
like a reunion show, like
Kind
Happy Days
of
reunion.
a reunion. Yes. But here's one thing I want people to understand. I officially received my letter from YouTube today saying I could apply for monetization. And I'm not doing it. I want everybody to understand that. I want to be in control of what I'm doing. I want to be in control and not stuck to their format and trying to rush around and have so many views and so many this and so many that in the rolling 365. I want to get better at what I'm doing. I want to bring communities together more. I want to be able to dehydrate and pressure can, which are the things I claim to do. Gardening's the next thing I'm going in, and thanks to Bloo and Steve at Digwell Greenfingers, I'm in a collaboration with them, and it's only moving the channel further in that direction. And I'm also on disability, so I have to watch what my income is. Granted, I know people don't make money, and some do, and some all that. I don't want to have to worry about 6 months down the road. Now all of a sudden I got to worry about, am I going to stay on disability or not? Because we all know YouTube's not a guarantee. I don't want to have to fight that battle at some point down the road, and I'm not. Excuse me. I'm not wanting to have those issues to deal with. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah.
Yes. So I hope everybody understands. So on the 24th, what I'm calling it, my anniversary milestone monetization giveaway. Now,
That's a long title.
let me rephrase that. Let me do it again. My anniversary milestone, my anniversary monetization milestone giveaway. That's what it is. Yes.
There you go.
There you go.
Ta-da.
Long name.
Okay.
I'm full of acronyms today, so we'll just call it the AMMG. That's what we're going to call it.
AMMG. I love it.
Okay. A lot of good. There's going to be a lot of good items for giveaway. What I can tell you is some of those items have been handmade by Miss Patty. And Miss Patty is currently working on a crocheted apron that will be given away at that giveaway.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I will fight anyone for that.
And yes, Dark Lord Minute, Friday the 24th at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Obviously, I know it's late for you guys, but I wanted to allow as much time without pushing things weird and throw a bunch of schedules off. So that's what I decided, and that's what I'm going to do. In addition to that, I also can let you know that she has 2 canning mats that she's crocheted. One is a 30 by 20 canning mat, and one is half that size. They're awesome. Wow. There's pot holders.
Saw a peek at one of them.
Yes. Yeah. And there will be other things. And if any channel wants to help donate, I am not turning anything down. Anybody wants to donate. So.
Oh, we're Not For Nothing Homestead's going to throw some stuff in there.
Well, there you go. Thank you.
Dark
anyways,
Lord
I just want to have a
calendar.
Good. Sorry.
Dark Lord Minutes marking it on his calendar.
Well, good. I appreciate that. One thing I will say is there are a couple people who have been very dedicated to the live streams. Very dedicated. Every time they happen. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick out 10 people that have been at every one of my live streams, and those people will receive gifts as well.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So if you're one of those people, and I can almost guarantee Dark Lord Menet is one of them. They have been here for every one of them. Rhonda Towery would probably be another one.
Yeah.
Dark Lord Minute's probably dancing in his seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even if they're not, those two names for sure I'm throwing into the mix because I know they've been here for a very long time with me, and it's very much appreciated. So
Yes,
I'd
it
say Miss
is.
Cindy Brown as well, to be
Cindy
honest.
Brown too, yes, Cindy, and Cindy jumped in and helped out and didn't have to, and she was very, very
Exactly.
eager to do it. So thank you for reminding me about her.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the gist of it. That's where we're gonna go. If anybody has any questions or anything, you can email me. I'll answer them. I'm fine with that. But let's get to what we came here for tonight. Okay.
Okay.
So just to let some people know, obviously a lot do know, but I do want to put out there. No, we love you. Thank you. We really do appreciate you, and you're awesome.
Thank you, Rhonda and Dark Lord. That's so awesome.
Yep, and Dark Lord, thank you as well. Joey and Ginger from Not For Nothing Homestead just had a 500 subscriber giveaway. They were over their 500, but they still had their giveaway. Okay. And what I want, and this is it probably will seem like it's more for content creators, but I want people that don't do content creation to know what goes through setting up a giveaway because they're not easy. Yes.
No, but there's two, well, maybe three in the chat, 4 that were there. So their feedback,
I was going to ask them.
Actually going to be very helpful.
Yep. So if you guys were in Joey and Ginger's live, because that's the one we're going to pull from for information, please give us the pros and cons you had on that, because we do want to address those and look at them and see what they were. So that being said, well, hello, Janet Homestead, where you are. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it.
Hello. She was there too.
She was there too. So Janet, you were at Ginger and Joey's Not For Nothing Homestead's 500 subscriber giveaway. Could you please, if you think about it, give us your pros and cons on that giveaway, because we're trying to talk about that. So the biggest thing that I noticed, and I was really I commend Joey and Ginger. I don't know which one did it. I'm assuming Ginger probably did a lot of it, but I know Joey was involved as well in the setup of it. Is what I'm getting to for right now, and I'll let you jump in here in just a minute. When you decide you're going to do a giveaway, it's not just, oh, I'm going to do a giveaway and then boom, there it is. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it, and it's how big do you want it? What prizes do you want to give away if you are going to give any away? How are you going to pick the people to win? What do they have to do to be a part of that? Because I'm not going to mention any names, but I've been in some lives giveaways that have been very organized and structured and boom, boom, boom. I've been in others that have taken, and this is not in comparison to Jesse and Lisa's, because the time is going to make everybody think that's who I'm talking about. I've been in 6-hour live giveaways, and they were the slowest run, bumpy roaded things I have ever seen in my life. Jesse and Lisa, for as long as they did theirs, they did a really good one, and they had a ton of prizes. I think the organization before you even get to doing the live stream is the key to it. I don't know if you would agree with that or not, ladies, and Joey, because Joey's there too.
Yes, I would agree 100%. If you are not organized, it's just like, it's just like having kids. If you go out to the store with a kid and you don't have extra diapers and an extra bottle and a bottle of juice and something to snack on, some Cheerios and a baggie, chances are there's going to be a meltdown in the grocery store, and you're going to have a freak out moment too.
Right.
So as long as you are prepared and organized, you'll never go into that freak out mode. So that was the biggest thing that we did. We got super organized way ahead of time.
Right. Yeah.
And whenever you want me to expand on that, you let me know.
well, we'll find out. We'll find out if Blue has something to add to that. If she doesn't, then go ahead and carry on.
No, I don't do a lot of giveaways because I did do one for when I had my 100 subscribers.
Yes.
And because that was a big deal to me. It was 100 subscribers, man,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And it wasn't seeds that I was giving away, by the way. It was spice blends, the ones that I did in my herb and spice series that I did. And I was giving a little baggie of those away to everyone. Every one of those parcels came back. So I think one of the biggest things you need to think about when you're doing, giveaways is the kind of prizes you're giving away if you're sending them overseas.
Yes.
Very, very important. Yeah.
Oh, Teresa,
and we talked about that.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
Teresa's another one that's been here forever with me too. She's been in quite often here, and I do appreciate her being in here all the time. I think that was another issue we had talked about for years, as well as I've contemplated for mine, as well as looking at collaborations. You know, the cost to send things overseas is getting exorbitant. It already is, but it's getting to where I know for Last Chance Cook-Off, and a lot of people gave me grief because it took so long, but what they don't realize, I spent as much in shipping as I did on the products that I sent out. And even though like Yoder Smokers donated all their bottles, they sent a whole box to me and I had to ship each one of those out individually back out. That alone cost me $250 by itself.
Wow.
Yes.
You
You got to
the post office twice, and neither trip was under $100. But that was what I signed on for, and and you have to keep that in your mind that it's not going to be cheap to send those things out, but it's part of the giveaway appreciation thing that you kind of budget for.
Now moving forward, just because I don't want to get into a lot of talk about like Last Chance Cook-Off, there was 160-ish prizes that went out. When we decided to do that, it was prior to the shipping costs going up. So when we had looked at it, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Until it was time to ship them out, and then the prices started to change, and then it got worse, and we haven't gone back down yet. Okay.
Yeah. No. As we all thought.
But moving forward, I'm tacking it up as lesson learned. I will do things different next year, at least from my perspective and what I can control. But I just want people to realize it's not cheap to do that. That's the whole point of why I said that. Okay.
Yes.
I think the other thing that was beneficial, now moving back to yours, and I have two of these comments starred because I want to show them. I already showed this, but I want to show it again. There was a positive about your live, and it was a smooth and fast, kept the time limit, and that was great. And that for you was a big issue. You wanted to make sure it didn't lag in spots.
Yes.
The next comment comes from Dale, and he's spot on because it's what made it happen that way. You had somebody helping on that part while you were doing another part. So it made, and Joey was right there, Vanna Whiting the whole time. Those three things worked out the way they did and benefited that live because of that thought process. So
yes.
Hello, Elliot. Thanks for coming in. He's AR Gun 1776. Great guy.
Oh, hello. Yes.
The other thing that goes along with that too, though, is knowing ahead of time what you're going to give away. And it really goes, even more so into what you guys are saying, but taking it a step further. I think I'm going to say something, and Blue is going to probably disagree with me, but there's a reason in why.
Thank you, Michelle and JJ. I have to say thank you. They made a really
that is nice. I like that
comment.
I like that.
That was thank you, everybody. I'm glad I see a lot of positive stuff from everybody that was there. And when Tony and I got done, he said, "Okay, what do you think?" And I said, "I don't know what we could have done that." Because I took so much advice of Tony's 100%, ran with it because I know that he's had so many giveaways and been in a lot more, but and I know he knows what he's talking about, and he's going to give me positive points,
Right.
things that are only going to make it better.
Right.
So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for all the good comments.
I think what benefited you as well is like because we did the hashtag with yours,
Mm-hmm.
and you went through and lined up the hashtags prior to us ever starting. So we knew what those hashtags were going to be. So as you were chit-chatting, I could go in and I could get it ready. And that back and forth and the knowledge ahead of the game really made a difference. But what I was going to say a minute ago was it almost seems like if you got a mix of things, that's what people want. They're looking for, I can do that. And if I don't want to, back off. One thing I would recommend to people who are the viewers, the subscribers, the watchers of those giveaways, if you don't want the item, don't put in for it. That's the best way I could do it, because that creates problems for the person who went ahead and did it, got it out there the first time for winner number one. Winner number one says, go ahead and redonate it. Now you have another one you have to add on. And occasionally you'll have number two say, redonate it. And it can be a vicious cycle that goes. And then people are complaining you're live 6 hours. Well, I've had 10 people that have redonated their prizes. What am I supposed to do?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, but don't take that as a don't be.
You're in a
not
tunnel.
willing to pay it forward. Sorry.
Right. You're in
Metal
a tunnel. Oh, he said, sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to move over here.
Whoopsie.
Is it working now?
I'm going to get rid of that.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm going to try it again. Hi,
Okay.
how everybody doing?
Yes, we're all good. Welcome back.
Okay. Yes.
Finish what you were saying. If you win it and you gift it to someone, that's completely different.
If you win it and you want, if you want to do that, but don't be impatient with the host for allowing that to happen, because there's been we were just talking about one of your re-gifting situations, and people like being able to give things away if they want to. People like getting things they're not expecting and didn't see it coming. Thank you. I'm not trying to discourage people from doing that, because I think it's a wonderful thing to do that. But then don't be upset with the host that's trying to allow that to happen. But the more it happens, the more it could lengthen out the life. That's all I'm trying to say.
Right.
And I do agree with Michelle or JJ, whoever it is, but I do agree. It is nice to see the regifting. It's just when you're sitting on the hosting end, it's overwhelming sometimes.
It is, and trying to keep up with it. But if you're organized, you can throw a note in there, drop a note in there on your notepad, and whenever you want me to say how we kind of organized it, I will. But it does show you how big everybody's hearts are in the community. It really does. It really does. And I love that of our community.
Yeah, I see. Oh, this one here. I seen it fly by and I loved it.
Yes.
Our community rocks, and it does.
Yes, they do. They do. We all do.
So for me, it's all about organization. It's knowing what you're going to give away. It's having somebody to help you, because Dale makes a valid point. It's much easier if you can do it that way. And also explaining to people, I think part of the thing that I notice is making those that are the subscribers and the viewers that are there, because some people do subscribers only, some don't. So that's why I'm not sure where to call them, but we'll say subscribers and viewers. They don't tell them I'm giving away 75 gifts.
Yes.
Well, then you're sitting there and you're thinking it's 25 and you've now been there for 3 hours and they're like, but wait, there's more, which is good. But it's also, it could be bad if you got somebody that's been waiting for hours, to see what's going on.
Yes.
I think it's a personal choice. I don't think it makes it a bad or a good, because I think it's dependent on the people, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
Just be conscious of those things when you're ready to do this, because you may have issues. So I'm going to stop for a minute and let you two talk. Blue, do you have something to add to all that?
No.
Okay. Ginger, do you have something to add to all that?
Sure. What you just said, I would say, yes, keep that in your thought, in your planning. If you're planning on doing like a 1K, 2K, a 500 giveaway, a monetization anniversary, keep that in your thought process, not only as the host of how many things you're going to give away, but as a viewer sitting there.
Right.
I think we had one gift, one thing regifted, 3 things added. So I think we had a total of 34 prizes.
I don't have my list anymore, so I can't help you.
No, I have mine, but I'm pretty sure it was 34 total. And we went through with hashtags. You got a minute and a half on the timer. I showed it, and while I was showing it, because I had sent Tony a copy of my list of every gift that we had gotten, what the hashtag was going to be for that particular gift. And we sent that list to Tony ahead of time so he could have it, so that he could do that very thing. Like while I was showing it, he could be behind the scenes on the other side. And, the Wizard up here of Oz. No. Whew, let me tell you, it would not have gone on as well if it had not been for him. But that was the thing we wanted to do. We wanted to keep it rolling. But wanted to give everybody at least a minute and a half. Some people got to pee or get something to drink or something like that. And you don't want them to miss something potentially.
Right.
So, but we wanted to keep it going, because basically your subscriber giveaway, your 1K, your monetization, your anniversary, it is about the subscribers. So
yes, I
didn't want to say, hey, we're doing this in the middle of it, or go into a long story like I do usually, jabber. I didn't want to do that, because I wanted them to know it's not about me today. It's about you. So I want you guys to win stuff. I just want to give stuff away to people. So Joey and I, the first thing I would say is, if decide on what milestone you're going to do. So if you pick a milestone, and what I would also say, and so with Joey, once you decide what you're going to do, see if you can find a helper, Tony, to help you.
Look at the name. Look at the name. Look at the name. The name says it all.
Wizard of Goz.
Oh, I like that. I didn't even notice that.
That's
He changed his
brilliant.
name on the screen to Wizard of Goz. The man behind the curtain. Because
get that dog away from the curtain. Oh,
it really is super helpful for efficiency purposes. Then you got to find, somebody at your house, like your hubby, who's willing to Vanna White stuff to you, and then take it away real quick. I mean, he was shoving them at me, and then he'd grab the, what you do with the sticker. He'd take the sticker, put it back on the prize, and take it back over. So
and I want to stop you. I want to stop you on that, because I think the other thing that helps too, and it's a key to it, exactly what you just said. As the prize is going away, Joey was labeling that prize so you guys knew who it belonged to. You were keeping a list. I was trying to keep a list. I think we did eventually do it right.
Yeah.
But
We doubled
it gives you
to check each other right.
right. But it helped because then
Yes.
you could cross-reference. He could cross-reference what was going out. And as your emails come in, then you can double check the information. So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
important. The other thing is that I seen up here, and I don't want to skip over it because it was a ways back. Dark Lord Minute mentioned the mods. You got to make sure you have moderators in your chat that
Oh,
are
yes.
able
Yes.
and capable to take care of whatever happens over there, because you are too busy dealing with up here. You don't
Yes.
have a lot of time to deal with over there. You know that for sure because you tried to, and there was just no way possible. So
Yes. Yeah.
sorry, continue on. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I didn't want to forget that.
That's fine. That is 100% spot on, because the moderators do such a great job of like you said, if I'm tied up and Tony's, putting in a hashtag and this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden, you start getting the XOXOXO. I put it on subscriber mode only, and you had to be a subscriber of 10 minutes or more is what I put.
Yep.
So they would have had to have hung around for at least 10 minutes to start throwing out their jargon. But at least you got mods there to whack-a-mole. As soon as they come in, you get them right back out. And they don't interrupt the whole flow of everything. So after you pick the milestone, you find somebody to help you. I mean, we started planning for this really like when we hit 400. We were like, okay, things are progressing. They're moving. We're getting subs. We're getting good views. We're going to be at 500 eventually. Let's go ahead and start getting some stuff together. So we started buying things a while back and just putting them back to the side, kind of like Christmas. If you're at 800 subs and you want to do a 1K. Oh, if you're at like 800 subs and you want to do a 1K giveaway, just buy a little something here and there now that you think is a neat little knickknack or something like that. Now, I will have to confess, those 4 jars kitchen timers came out like 4 days before the giveaway. But I was like, oh, heck no, I got to have some of those for my giveaway. So they were last minute, very last minute. The other thing I would say is, as soon as you decide what you're going to do, what you're going to celebrate, and when you're going to celebrate it, start saving your boxes.
Yes.
Save all those Amazon order boxes. We had boxes stacked everywhere. So that way we could ship stuff right out. We wouldn't have to go, try to figure out where we could, where we were going to get the boxes from. So that's a couple of other things. Then probably the other thing was, Tony said, okay, so how are you going to do this? Are you going to put out a video and they're going to comment on the video, and that's how you pick the winners, use the random comment picker? Or are you going to do hashtags within the live? And that was when, he and I had chatted about it, kind of spitballed. And I think the hashtags go fast. And I don't know. It just seems to flow really good. It takes a long time to go to a video, grab that URL, post that in the comment picker. You got to do the math. You got to do, you're not going to narrow that to a small window when you have to do all those things.
Yeah.
I feel I would be amiss not to bring this up, and it's a recommendation for all content creators on YouTube that are going to do giveaways. There is a giveaway sweepstakes tab within YouTube, and you need to read it. You need to make sure, because the problem that we have is the only official YouTube tool you can use for giveaways is the comment picker. The reason we're able to get away with it, to my understanding, and I'm sure Melon probably has the same thing, and I I'm pointing at Blue because she uses Melon. Sorry, I should have explained that. StreamYard has the hashtag tool, okay? And we're doing this through StreamYard, so the argument can be made you should be able to use their tool, okay?
Yes.
I just don't want people to say that we didn't notify them of that for a giveaway, and they go and do it, and then they might get in trouble for not doing it the right way. You need to do your own research, as with anything else we tell you. Okay,
I heard that
this is not
a time or two.
This is no different. This is no different, and I want to make sure that everybody understands that. I'm stating that right now. You need, for your own giveaway, you need to go and check out what that information is. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I miss what Dark Lord Minute was talking about.
He said, by the way, Tony, those dumpling things I won during Nudo November have not been put away. They have been used every night since we got them.
I love that. That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that is amazing. Good job. Yep. Hey, you're making use of that's, you know what? It went to the perfect person.
Yes.
It did.
You've used him every night since.
A lot of people give him crap for getting a lot of prizes, but they got to remember the number of people in his house, and so they get used. It's used items, that's for sure.
Not only that, whether but I mean,
he or she likes it or not. Yeah, and they are.
He is he's a very supportive person. Very supportive.
And Joey just hit on what I was gonna say. One of the hardest decisions to make is whether or not to number one, let a person win more than one time. The second part, which has to do more with collaborations, are the prizes for collaborators, or are they for subscribers, or are they for both?
Yes.
We're not really talking about the collaboration, so we'll drop that for right now. We can come back to that later. But back to the giveaway, it really comes down to, from my perspective, what are you doing the giveaway for? Is it subscriber appreciation? If they're there putting the effort in, they should be entitled to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I feel the same. It's look, random.
Nina and Boyce. Nina and Boyce are in with us.
Hello. Oh my goodness. We miss you guys.
Yes. Oh, if nobody knows, Runneth Over Garden in Life is now rooted in Texas. That's their new name. So
and they have a fancy schmancy sticker that says so. And I got one at Christmas time. Thank you. That's
awesome.
Yes.
So I'm sorry I interrupted you drastically.
No.
Go ahead.
No. That's fine. So let's see. When you decide, are you going to do a video, or are you going to do random comment picker, hashtags? After you decide that, then what we did under Tony's advice was he said, if I were you, I would make a list and then figure out what hashtag you want to use for that gift. That way you're not trying to figure it out on the fly and possibly delaying. And like we had the 4 canning and preserving books that we gave away and the 3 timers. So you have multiple of one gift. So you got to make sure you don't have the same hashtag twice.
Right.
Yeah.
Because then it won't work out. Yes.
Well, the reason why it won't work out is because if you go in there and you have hashtag cup, and then a half hour later you go in and put hashtag cup in again, it's going to go through that entire list and re-pick the same people. And if people have dropped out, you might be picking up people and having to redraw because they're no longer in the room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So
the other thing I want to say about all of this is, if you are the recipient of a prize, number one, make sure that your email gets out within 24 hours, that the person running the live gets your email within 24, 48 hours.
Yes.
Number two, understand that this stuff takes time. Once it's out of, the person's hands, it's down to the mail, whether it gets to you or not. Okay. Contacting someone continuously for several days in a week can be very stressful for that person.
Yes.
And if they've already sent it out or explained to you what's going on, accept it. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't
Good night,
paid for
Elliot.
anything. It's a freebie and a prize.
It's a freebie.
Yes.
Okay. So, don't get up all in somebody's grill like you would if it was Amazon. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazon, different story. Get up all up in there. Tell them up. Go for it. But if you've won a prize, let it come when it comes.
Yeah.
Well, and the part that goes along with that is what people don't realize or they don't think about. And it goes back to what I said earlier. Every one of us have our own lives and we have our own bills and we have our own groceries to buy and we have our own things to get. And then we go out and get these items and then we got to pay for the shipping. Sometimes those things have to work out in steps. And as much as I've learned the lesson, it still is what happened. Last Chance Cook-Off, especially when you look at 20 bottles plus the other ones I threw out there. That was shipping that had to go out. And it was a struggle to try to do everyday life plus get that out. And it seemed like I remember talking to you guys one time, and when I sent the one out, the shipping cost jumped up $40. And it's like,
what?
Anyway, $40 doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're sending out a number of things, that becomes outrageous.
All told, there was over 170 prizes for Last Chance Cook-Off. Okay. Even if they only cost a tenner each to send out. That's nearly $2,000.
In just shipping alone.
Okay, just in shipping costs. All right. So understand that, and please just don't attack people when stuff is taking its time. If they've said to you, we're going to be getting this out in a certain time, accept that. And it will be there when it will be there. I mean, we had an issue here where people were getting prizes from that in the UK, but I knew that there were postal strikes happening. So a lot of the stuff for that was not being sent out till the new year. So, there's still people waiting for prizes, but they'll happen when they happen, you know?
Yeah. And Rhonda makes a good point, and I want to express what I'm talking about does not refer to anybody in this chat room because some of the people in this chat room did win prizes, and that I don't want to confuse that. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody in this chat room that did reach out to me did exactly what Rhonda said, waited a little while, asked nicely, because there is a possibility it got lost in mail. Totally understanding. If you're being nice and polite about it, I know what I'm going to tell you is going to be a lot better than, where's my gift? It's been 2 months.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, then throw in, into the mix, a wife that had an emergency or two.
Yeah, but we, I love what Nina just said.
The gratitude. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's so sweet. I like that it's like a little sing song.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Somebody said that today in one of the mail calls they did from Last Chance Cook-Off, and they didn't realize that the shipping for what they got was $25.
Yeah.
It's not cheap to send
I
it.
very rarely enter you guys contests and or giveaways, and the reason being I know what the shipping costs are.
So
I don't want to do that to people. And the one time that I did do it, I won a massive giant bottle of Mexican vanilla from Lisa and Jesse.
31.79 ounces of vanilla.
Oh
Yes,
my
just got one
goodness.
the other day. First time I've
Yep.
won one, and I was excited.
Well, that's
Oh, I'm
it.
sorry.
But it's like,
I
hang
didn't
on.
win it.
And
Joey
they
just
wouldn't
gave
let
me the
give it
evil
back.
eye. I
They
didn't win it.
wouldn't let me-
Joey won it.
Joey won it, not her. Sorry, go ahead, Blue.
We won it at Not For Nothing Homestead.
Go ahead, Blue.
I mean, they wouldn't let me pass it on to anybody else.
Right.
It had to come
Nope.
to me. They
Yep.
wouldn't let me put in for any postage. They
Mm.
added stuff to it, and when it got here, the postage was over $50.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
that's what you're looking at. And it's like, you know, that's just one. I haven't dared touch that vanilla, by the way. It's still sitting on my shelf. Anyone else tries to, and I will stab them.
You
That's
gotta open
funny.
it, Blue. It smells.
Oh, I will
heavenly.
when I'm ready,
Oh.
but it's not happening yet.
Yes,
I can
it
sit there and
smells
look pretty for a
heavenly.
bit longer.
Oh, it is awesome.
So I wanna show you guys something though, and this really touches on what Blue just said. You got to give me a second because I'm trying to find it because I want to
Okay.
show you.
Hey,
And I didn't plan on
right,
this,
Joey?
but I mean, there's a great reason I'm showing you this. Okay, so here's the beauty of it and this is primarily for collaborators, okay? Or not collaborators, creators, content creators. Don't be afraid to go look on UK Amazon, Australia Amazon, others, because I'll tell you why. Okay. What Blue's talking about has become something that some of the US content creators are considering doing. And this is something I did for specifically this. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I did. And it was awesome that I found it. I got to share my screen.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. Look at that. Look at that rub I sent to a gentleman in the UK in place of a prize that would have cost me $45 to ship to him. I got it for, I think it was $9 or $10 US. Okay.
Yeah.
I ordered it. He had it the next day.
And it was twice the volume.
Yes.
And no, not on this one. This one wasn't. That was on the Canadian one. This is the UK one. But my thing is look at that.
I know, right?
That is
How
not something we have in here. And when you look at it, it's made with dried cherry.
Oh, wow. Cherry.
My point I'm getting to is if you take the time to go to the other sites, because they will convert US to wherever if they have the availability, and you can get prizes without the shipping being outrageous because your Prime membership carries over to the UK and Australia membership as well.
It does.
Oh,
so,
and if
awesome.
you can't find what you want there, come and talk to me. I have a list of over 1,500 companies in this country.
Yep.
Wow.
Small businesses that do artisanal stuff that are more than happy to send stuff out on your behalf. So just talk to me. And I've just found a new chili shop. All they sell is hot sauce, rubs, chilies, essences, everything chili, and it's down in Bristol. And I am like, I'm looking at it going, oh!
Yeah.
but this is part of what we've talked about in the past with Collaboration Corner or Central. Okay.
Yeah.
Is being able to know where the collaborations are, who the collaborators are, the dates that they're doing it, whether it's open or not. How do I contact them? And Blue, I need prizes for the UK. Can you set me up or at least set me in the right direction?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's part of the process we're trying to make easier. And my whole point in showing you guys all of what I did was I don't want these guys to be left these guys to be
Yeah.
left out because they're not in the US.
Yeah,
Some of us have
exactly.
some of us along the way have actually went to if you are out of the US, we'll send you a $25 Amazon gift card because it's
Mhm.
Yes,
easiest
that's
to do
fine.
it that way, because
Yeah.
we can email it to you and you have it and
Mhm.
you can do what you want. But I'm sure
Yeah.
you would much rather get that rub in place of a $25 gift card. Well, theoretically.
Mhm.
And it's going to be cheaper on the content creator as well. It
Yes.
didn't
Yeah.
cost you as much as the $25 gift card. So
Yes.
I'm just throwing it out there as options and possibilities.
Mhm.
There's ways around this shipping issue. And if you
Yes.
reach
Yeah.
out to people, somebody may know or does know. Pirate Ship is another one in the US that a lot of people are talking about. I've not used it, so I don't know enough about it, but it is one direction you can go. So,
And you pointed out
go ahead.
the other day, 4 Jars Lids or 4 Jars now has a Canadian site.
Yeah.
They have a Canadian site. They will. 4 Jars Lids
Ship over
will
there.
almost ship to every country out there. Almost. Not
Mhm.
quite, but almost.
Almost.
So,
Almost. Yeah.
Yes.
yep.
So yes.
Annie Annette. I keep calling her Annie because I look at her name and it says Annie. It's Annette. Annette was one of those that I was gonna send her something, but it wasn't. It was easier for me to do it this way because it would have taken too long, and I think it was out of order what I was supposed to send her. So I sent her a $25 gift card, and she was happy with it. She was not expecting it, and she got it. So
Yeah.
in some cases it works, some cases it doesn't. I mean, it
Yeah.
just. I would be
That's it.
more in what I did with that rub. I would be more interested in trying to find something like that. And I love the beauty that he got it the next day. He didn't have to wait 6
Yes.
weeks to get it or 8 weeks
Yes.
to get it or
That
whatever.
is amazing.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is amazing.
All right. Anything else?
Miss
Miss Ginger, anything else?
I will say the day of, the morning of the live, we set it at 4 p.m. our time. But Joey and I got up and we set everything out with sticky notes on it. This is prize number 1, and the hashtag is such and such. Prize number 2 had a sticky note on it. We lined them all up, and then that way, when the live started, it was just hand. And then when I handed it back, because Joey was watching through the chat, and he would write it down on the sticky note and put that to the side. I mean, it was running like a well-oiled machine. It really was. And I was like, I mean, you envision things going so wrong. And I mean, while I was yakking and showing the thing, Tony would bigify me. Meanwhile, in the background, behind the curtain, the wizard was putting in the hashtag. So then as soon as he put me back down, the hashtag popped up. And so, I mean, that was such a big help. And that's all a part of that being organized, the organization part of it.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for that, it would have gone on a lot longer, and we were going to try to keep it to an hour and 15. But again, then we got the one that was regifted, and then we got 3 that were added in. So it actually ended up stretching out to almost exactly 2 hours. But in 2 hours,
I was shocked by that. I was shocked.
34 prizes.
Go ahead.
So
I think one of the things that hosts of giveaways and lives don't realize is that the more people that are involved and the more things that are involved, it's always going to take longer than you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to allow for that. So if you have got over 100 prizes or something, allow for 4 hours. 4 or 5 hours, because
I would do even more, but go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, but that's the thing. You have to allow.
I think we talked about it, and I think the way it worked out at 34, it was that basically 17 an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that if you're running a well-oiled machine with people helping and you're not trying to do it by yourself, I think you could even go 15 and maybe get a couple extra in there. But if you're doing it by yourself with no help, it's going to take you twice as long to do that, because you're having to stop, you're having to do this, you're having to do that. So you just make sure if you're not able to have the additional help, make sure you're allotting enough time. And I would minimize the number of gifts you're giving out if you're doing it all by yourself, just because you'd be better off to have 3 or 4 live giveaways than trying to cram all of it into one. That's the honest truth.
Yes, because you're going to stress yourself out, and you don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, we at every point, not one of us was sitting still.
BFF. Sorry.
Hey, Jerry and Susan. Well, at not one point during that 2 hours were we stagnant. I mean, either Joey was handing me something, he was taking it away, you were popping me up or popping me down or popping in the hashtag.
Right.
So the flow of it just went really well. I mean, again, you know, as the first time I'm doing like a giveaway, I was so stinking nervous that I was just going to fall flat on my face, that, you know, yes, Dark Lord Minute, I know. Yes, I was going to drop my phone probably. I was going to smash something. You know, you just envision the worst possible scenarios. You know, my internet's going to completely give out in the middle of it. And, and Tony, I mean, he was trying to soothe my nerves, and he said, well, I already have all the hashtags and I already know all the gifts. I'll just keep giving them away. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Dale's right. Give your host some grace, really.
Yes.
Yeah. The other thing is, I think for content creators, I think the other thing you need to consider, and it's one thing that probably makes a lot of people struggle, is whether or not to make it a subscriber only giveaway. I have a different opinion, I'm sure, than other people, but what?
It's okay. You just froze for a moment.
Yeah.
Am I frozen
but you're back
still?
No.
I'm back and better than ever.
I don't want to see up your nose. No!
I don't want to see up your nose. So what were you going to say?
It's okay. You can come out from hiding, Blue. It's okay.
No, I was peeking.
I was speaking.
I look at it this way. If I'm doing what I would classify a subscriber giveaway or a thank you giveaway to my subscribers, or whatever name you give it, it should be subscriber only, because you get some people that all they do is hop around looking for giveaways. They do it.
And they look for those tags.
Yes.
They look for those keywords. Yes.
Yeah.
So another thing to consider. So
yeah.
Dale said he is back and he is big and chunky.
I like him big. I like him chunky.
Yeah, and again, to that point, that's why I said, you know, I'm not going to sit here and chit chat, and we're not going to do a video, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm canning or anything like that, because it's about you, the subscribers, the people that watch the videos, that like them, that make comments, that say, oh, you inspired me to make this today, or hey, Ginger, you taught me something new today, or that was my gratitude to them. I mean, I wish I could have give everybody a gift, but I mean, I can't do that. So the subscriber giveaway was the next best thing.
Right. So anything else on the giveaways that you can think of?
Everybody needs a Tony.
Yeah, I think
anyways.
Yes.
It was. don't get too overexcited and overburden yourself with
Yes.
prizes and stuff. Keep it as simple as you possibly can, and only do what you can handle. If you're on your
Yes,
own,
I agree.
because you're not always going to have a Tony. You're not always going to have someone to back you up, and people can drop out at the last minute for whatever reason, you know. So if you can't handle doing it on your own, don't do something that you can't do on your own.
Yes,
Make
I agree.
sure that you've got a backup plan.
Yep, I agree. All right, so now we've done giveaways. Let's move into live streams.
I don't know much about that.
Oh yeah, you do, because you're here to tell about the experience. So I think the best thing, and it's from my own personal experience, and it's how I got brought into lives a little different because I was invited to come up and Lisa at Yogi Hollow Farm. I will never forget that day. It was it was my bra burning moment, as we say. Because I felt like I finally did it. It was the hard part I was having, was putting my face up on the screen actively, not in a video, none of that. Thank you. So
night, Teresa. Sorry.
Bye.
Am I
Thanks
back?
for coming in. Yes, you are.
Okay. With Ginger, it was, and she tells everybody this, I pushed her off the cliff. She was sitting there. We were talking. I said, "You ready to go live?" She's like, "What?" And I was like, "Boom, there we go." That's how she did her first live.
Because I wasn't ready.
Huh?
Oh.
Anyway.
That's okay.
But it was one of those either sink or swim. You're gonna do it, and if you make mistakes, we're gonna learn from it, and it'll be behind you in an hour from now. It'll be behind you.
Yes. What is Dale wondering? What I'm gonna buy a new one? What?
Yeah, a new one.
Yes, buy a new one.
I don't know what the new one is, so
I don't either.
I'm not sure. I'm sure he'll tell us. Anyways, the best advice I could give anybody is just go out and do it. You're not going to know until you try it. You're not going to know until you do it. You're not going to figure out what's what. If you can find somebody to help you, that's great, because it helps you.
You need to go get a new dog.
You're funny. Yeah, I see.
You doing Dark Lord minutes at
Yes. Love you too. The thing, actually, that brings up a valid point. Don't just sit there and stare off into space. Don't sit there and not interact with your audience, because it's going to be a shambles if you do. Okay. Think of your content you're going to have. My content that we have on any of the lives I do isn't necessarily perfect, but you also got to think about it. You got to be able to interact with the conversation. You know, if it's just you, base it off of what everybody's saying in the live chat. Ginger is famous for saying, I can talk about nothing for an hour. Well, it's because she can interact with people. She will take the chance to do that, you know.
I don't mind.
Blue, a lot of Blue's live, she
doesn't bother me. I'm used to it.
Blue has conversations about serious stuff sometimes, and she's able to connect with the audience that she has. And it's all about, to me, and again, it's my opinion. I'm not an expert. Nobody's paying me to say any of this. It's what I think would help new people the best. And it's, you know, that's the best advice I could give. It's just do it.
I've got a little thing ahead of you guys. Is that I started in doing all of this stuff, doing live streaming on Twitch, where I was either doing my artwork and I was showing the creation of commissions I was doing, which was a 3 or 4, sometimes 8-hour stream, or I was playing games. Okay, so I'm used to the live kind of thing where you've got to fill that dead space. But because I had those things, I had no dead space because people were quite happy to sit there and watch a creative stream of someone making something without anybody talking in it. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, or if you're playing a game, they understand that you don't want to talk to them right now because you're about to get dead. You know, they don't want you to do that. Well, some of them might, but you know, so. But I was literally pushed off a cliff as well. I mean, like, I've never done anything like that. And my friends turned around and went, well, hit the live button and we'll just test it and see what happens. Okay, so I did that. And then all of a sudden I was game streaming and they said, well, you're doing it now. You may as well keep going.
Yeah, don't stop.
That's right.
I'm like, oh, all right then.
Right.
I mean, granted, what I do now is very, very different to what I was doing at that point.
Yeah.
But I had that to fall onto, that I knew, I kind of knew when it came to doing lives that I could almost handle it. But what I do find is that there are differences between doing this kind of live and that kind of live.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And
yeah.
If you're on your own, it can be really difficult.
Yeah.
You know, to hold a live together.
Sure.
And if you've only got a couple of people in chat, you've got to sit there and you've got to continually keep it going. And if no one's talking in chat, then you've still got to sit there and continually get it going.
On the mirror.
I mean, my budgeting lives, I do script beforehand. Even yesterday's.
So do I.
Was scripted to a degree. Okay. So there are notes, there's the writing for that unit, which is part of the pack that I'm putting together. So we were going through that just to, you know. So it's yeah. And our crafting life, I mean, that's different because that's just shenanigans.
Right.
We're working on it and to how to make that into, but it's just evolving on its own, and that's what you find with lives is they tend to evolve on their own into the way that it works.
Yes.
You know, I mean, this is our what?
Hi, Tom, Garvey, and sorry.
How rude.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Hi, Tom Garvey and Tennessee Bushcrafter.
No, but you're right, Blue. I mean, the last week, not Thursday's live, but the last Thursday, the previous Thursday. So the craft and chat that Blue and I have started was on my channel for the first time. That was the first live I had done besides this 500 subscriber giveaway.
Right.
And I can't tell you how long, 3 months we saw. And I was so nervous. I mean, I just don't know how to run them that well. But, you know, like Blue and Tony have said, you just got to do it. You got to do it and figure it out as you're going, or you're never going to figure it out. Never. So,
but have notes of what you want to talk about. Don't just go live and expect to know what you want to do and it to come to you. Have notes sitting there so that you keep yourself on target. Have a theme for your life. Don't just hop on and just go, hi.
Right.
Hi, I'm Blue, and I'm sewing up the crotch of Danny's pants.
You know, because, it doesn't quite work that way. There is a lot of work that goes into lives.
One of the lives I very first watched, not very first, I had been, I guess, on YouTube for a little while, but it was way back in the beginning. And I was going around trying to get a feel and a sense of what different lives were. I was going to small channels, big channels, bigger channels, and just trying to see what the difference was and how everybody was interacting. And I fell on one channel, and the lady that had the channel videoed her cat for 2 hours and did not talk once except to the cat.
Oh my!
Now I'm not
around for 2 hours watching a cat.
I was just gonna answer that. I did not sit in there for 2 hours, but
Ooh,
I
thank
watched
God.
it for 10 minutes and said, I'm done. Went back and watched something different, came back, she was still there. Left, came back, she was still for 2 hours, she was there.
Oh
That
my
would be a
goodness.
And then
special,
she says,
special life.
huh?
That's still a special life. That's still a themed life because it's all about her cat. It's not about her.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. But then
You
she
know?
the next day was in a chat and complained because her live didn't go very well.
What?
My point.
Okay, I take it all back.
My point.
Yeah.
My point is try to figure out where you want your audience to be or who you want your audience to be so you know the content you're trying to put out there. I started with the Friday I started with the Tuesday night and we chatted and then we moved that into games. Then we added the Friday night. That was for a specific reason. And then we added the Sunday night. But I know in adding the 3 of those, in my mind, if I don't have anybody coming to them, I'm polling them. There's no point in sitting there and wasting everybody's time when nobody's coming to them and talking. So anyway.
Yeah.
No, but I do like that Blue said, even if she's there and it's a live of her by herself, she has a topic and she has an agenda laid out. So even if you pop in minute 5 or you pop in minute 20, she's moving on down, moving through. When we do the craft and chat, if I'm showing what I'm doing, then she's trying to address the chat. If she's showing what she's doing, I'm trying to say hello to everybody. I mean, that's
right.
So, yeah. I mean,
we work good together.
We do.
Yes. And now we got people sending us pictures of their crafts.
Yeah.
So we can show them off. People are actually really getting involved with it. And it's only week 3. So it's cool.
Only 3 episodes, yes. And Annie, I hope I have talked her into doing a quilting 101 video segment. If you'd have seen the octagons,
that's her first go. You know that, pieces? Right?
No, I did not know that. I thought she knew how to quilt.
That's her very first go at it. When we did our first live, we were talking about doing quilting. I was talking that I really wanted to get back into this because I've got this quilt that I've wanted to make for years and years and years, and I've never done it. So she said, well, I want to learn how to do that. So she went out. 2 days later, I get a picture of what she's done, and that's what she'd done 2 days later.
So she's like teaching herself as we're going along.
She was teaching herself based on what we talked about in the first live.
Oh, you know what? Tom is in here.
That is awesome. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
On this week's live, I'm going to show my olive oil bottle.
Yeah.
His wife,
yes.
wife Marie is the one that paints those. And now she's got a new one out called Mr. Avocado.
Oh, I want one of those so bad.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
I saw them. They're so cute.
But are.
Yes,
I'm
gonna put that in my notes because, like Blue said, we have an agenda. I already have pictures from Linda at 6 Acre Farms of the tube socks for next week. But yeah, if you're gonna have a live, have an agenda and stick to it, so that way you're not sitting there fumbling for something to talk about and you're like, oh, hi, anybody there? That's embarrassing. I mean, unless you're me and I'm just yammering.
Talk about yourself, but because I think Butler Family Farm said it is hard to sit there and talk about yourself. If you have notes and a theme, you can add bits of your experience into that subject. Because that's how you talk about yourself. You don't just sit there and go, "Hi, my name is Blue. I'm a middle-aged disabled person who's trying to homestead at home in town You know, you don't do
In
that
the UK.
in the UK.
In the UK, yes.
You know, I don't.
Tom,
You
I'm
don't
ready
do
for
that.
that.
Yeah, it's about having a theme, talking around that theme, and sharing your experiences and knowledge within that theme.
Right.
And that's how people get to know you. It's not about sitting there and talking about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
I'm hoping.
There are some, I mean, like I have done some videos and some lives where people have sent me a questionnaire thing that they've wanted me to fill out, you know, and I've done that. But it's like, yeah, it's better if you have a theme. I mean, that in itself is a theme in a way.
Yes.
You know, because you're doing a Q&A. So, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Can
do
I
want
just put in a little
I'm hoping Go ahead.
Can I talk for 2 things? I'll make them quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tom, I'm ready. Whenever the olive oil collaboration is ready to go, I'm ready. Then also, Jerry at Butler Family Farm said that Susan is big into the quilting. Jerry, send me some pictures. You know my email. You already have my email. Send me some pictures of her work, because Blue and I spend like the first 15 minutes featuring other. We did Tony's beading. We've done some of my crocheting. Blue's got some stuff that she's done, some paintings and stuff that she did, and a dress that she was doing, all kinds of stuff. So we'd love to show some of her work. And at some point, I think we had even said something about having a guest up.
Yes.
So
don't know who that is.
Oh, Joey's finally gonna hop on a live?
No, she's a buggerhead.
So what I was gonna say is I hope Dale and Lisa push the envelope, and I hope we've talked to Rhonda Towery to come and play game night next Tuesday.
Ooh,
I'm still waiting for the email, Rhonda. Yeah.
What
Anyways.
is that about?
Anything else on the lives you guys can think of that we need to say?
Just jump off the cliff, and if not, just find a good friend who will push you.
Yeah, and don't let anyone talk you
like
out of it.
The kettle calling it something black. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, God.
Don't let anyone talk you out of it.
Yes.
If you feel that's what you want to do, do it. You know, don't let others take your creativity away, and just because they don't want to be involved in it, they don't have to be involved in it. This is about you and what you want to do. So you do you.
You know, that's got to be my biggest motto for the year, this 2023. You do you.
Yeah. You do you. You know, don't, and like I said, and that goes for making videos as well. Don't let anyone take away your creativity just because they don't want to be a part of it. If they don't want to be a part of it, don't include them. Do it your way. Do it the way that you want to do it, and do you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tony Dale said you're kicking me off the cliff.
Don't
buy. Can I just say that your sister's cut out of your life? You know, this is your life, not your sister's life. And if you want to make videos, make videos. If she doesn't want to be a part of it, she doesn't have to be, but you do you, sweetie. No one has the right to cut off your creativity or what you want to do, purpose in life. Ever.
You go, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And just remind her you have a crazy Aunt Blue and you're not afraid to use her. I'm just saying.
That reminds me of Ginger in her chili thing.
We all know I'm not gonna what was he called? The atomic elbow.
Yes.
I love watching her though. She was like this. You know, most of us go like that. She was like, because she's all wiry. She was like doing this, going.
I'm wiry.
Oh, bless you. You guys are making me hungry.
Sorry.
I purposely do not bring snacks. I purposely do not bring snacks. And there's you two sitting there. Nom, 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 nom. Rude.
It is. I'm so sorry, Blue. I should not be eating right now.
It's okay.
That homemade Chex Mix is like, you know, you can't stay away from it. You just see it sitting there mocking you, saying, "I'm homemade Chex Mix. Would you like to have a snack?"
Gail, those are not dog treats.
The last bit of what I said that 1 minute was that you have a crazy Aunt Blue and you're not afraid to use her. Just like,
yes.
Okay.
She's a tool in your arsenal.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're almost at an hour and a half, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it tonight. As always, thank you to everybody that joined us. Thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you guys for coming up here. Don't forget Sunday's functioning chat. And so we were supposed to, without the scheduling change that I've done, we're going to do ready-made mixes on Sunday. That's what we're going to talk about, which would be your pancake mixes, brownie mixes, biscuit mixes, whatever else it is. So I'll let everybody know that in email.
Yeah.
And then
thank you, everybody, for the kind words about the giveaway and how well received it was. Rather, let me. Ooh, it's it's 1:30 in the morning here, so.
Boy, that was a hard one to get out.
It was, wasn't it? I couldn't find the word. Help me. Insert word here, please.
And then don't forget that we have game night on Tuesday. And then next Friday, we do a pantry update. So we will have all of our friends back to show what they have for their pantry. We're going to do that once a week on a Friday, once a month on a Friday. But all the rest of the pantry conversations and discussions, those will happen on Sunday. So again, anybody wants to join in for game night, let me know. I think I have 3 people, so I need 1 more. So Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You need to email me. Nina, the door is open because we've been trying to get you in, and I would love to. I just don't know what your schedule is right now. So when we're done, when we get off the live, just text me and let me know whether you can or not. So, all right. Anything last, ladies?
No.
Thank you for all your help with that giveaway. I'm going to say it one more time. And I know you're ready to smack me over the head with a mallet, but I mean, I do appreciate the advice that you gave me, the advice that we've given tonight.
Yeah.
Take it to heart, people, because trust me, it'll make it a lot better. And it'll make it fun for you. It was fun for me and Tony. We weren't stressed. Yes. And congratulations on your 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs now. Yay.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks for hanging out with us, guys, in chat. Hey,
we appreciate it. It's fun.
It makes it for us. So
it does. Y'all say such funny things.
I think on the 17th, which is so we're doing the pantry update next week, but the week after, I think we need to interact with the chat a little bit. We'll talk about that afterwards.
What are you up to?
Ooh, there's gonna be some shenanigans. I feel some shenanigans coming on.
Shenanigans.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.